Guys, what's up? Unsportsmanlike conduct. We're running out of weeks of the NFL. We have 2 left. Oof. It's been fun. It's been exciting. It's been a little sad at some point.
I'm tired.
But we're almost there.
I am tired. I'm kind of excited that it's almost done. Not gonna lie. I feel like the season was just a lot.
I'm not, though. I'm not. I'm going to be so, I was like, what the heck am I supposed to do this week? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do this weekend? Give me one thing that I can do that's fun. Nothing. Got nothing.
Yeah. I mean, you can go to the Pro Bowl. We can watch the Pro Bowl.
Nope. Don't want to do that.
That's fun. What else? Yeah, Tyler Huntley's in the Pro Bowl, so they're just sending invitations to everybody.
Derek Carr, Tyler Huntley, and who's the other one with them?
Oh, God, I don't know. I only saw those 2, and I was like, that's enough.
I can't remember. There was someone else, and I can't remember who it was. But, Tyler Huntley, congrats. It should have been Jacoby.
Yeah. I just... Yeah. My thinking with this is, did everybody else say no? And I'm going to assume so.
Everyone's like, this is a new thing. I don't really know what's going on, so maybe we just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be
also, it's unnecessary.
Yeah, it's a little... unnecessary.
So, but Pro Bowl aside, the big game, the Super Bowl, is
the Super Bowl.
And I've seen a lot. We'll talk about the actual.
I know what you're going to say, and I definitely agree.
So I've seen a lot of people say that this isn't an exciting matchup.
What would have been more exciting then? You have both number 1 seeds, the 2 best teams in the NFL playing against each other. What more could you ask for?
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Every time we talk about, and this isn't just football, this is across all sports. Every time you talk about a championship game across all sports,
2 best teams playing.
You would kill to have the 2 best teams. Sometimes you get to go back to the Pats-Rams Super Bowl where it was fucking 13-3, the most boring game I've ever seen in my life.
Right. We're going to get some action with this.
This is going to be so exciting. And
yeah, there's nothing about the Chiefs that I find boring, and there's nothing about the Eagles that I find boring either.
And maybe people, for me, for example, Patriots fan, I don't necessarily like both of these teams, but I can take that and put it to the side and say, oh my God, this is going to be an electric Super Bowl.
Either way, there's a good storyline at the end of it.
Right. There's so many things that we can talk about with this game. But at the same time, either way, people are going to find a problem with something. So it's not all that surprising. But it just feels like you all are trying really, really hard to find something wrong with this when there are so many reasons why it should be very good. It should be really fun. So just relax, please.
Yeah, I agree. I think, I'm excited it's not the Bengals, and I know I've been the biggest Bengals hater, but damn, was that game awesome.
Oh, man.
I thought it was going to get a little out of hand at first. I did.
There's a lot. To
unpack for the Bengals?
Yeah. The whole thing is just
from top to bottom, every corner that you could cover. Bengals fans, Bengals players, the mayor of Cincinnati. You all should have just shut your fucking mouths.
Yeah, so maybe we should start in chronological order.
Okay.
Burrowhead. The Burrowhead thing started in Buffalo. Funny. I get it. I mean, technically not wrong because of the record against the Chiefs and in Kansas City and whatever.
Yeah. Beat them there once. Cool.
That's fine.
Got it.
Maybe a little much. And then the whole Eli Apple shit, talking shit to Diggs and whatever.
I feel like we can't that one's going to happen at every
Exactly. I feel like we can't even count that one because
like Michael Thomas said, Eli is going to Eli.
That's it. We all knew. So, okay, maybe that one doesn't necessarily count. We'll do a half for that one.
Because they just laugh at him anyways, They know that he's going to say some dumb shit, and you're going to laugh at him because it's going to come back to bite him.
Yeah.
It's happened 2 times in a row in the biggest game of his life, in his life.
Yeah.
2 years.
And then you got Chris Jones saying, oh, yep, see you at Burrowhead. So they heard that. They heard it all.
Oh, they did.
And then you got this mayor, and it's
now the mayor was like an episode of Parks and Rec.
Oh my God.
Skit. If you would have played that on some kind of if I'm watching Netflix and that popped up, I would say, yeah, that was that's all an act. None of that could
what
be
in
for
the
real.
Leslie Nope are we talking about here?
Seriously. That was wild. And then the nuns. Did anybody else see the nuns?
The nuns.
Did we see the rapping nuns?
That was my fifth here.
That was the breaking point?
It's the mayor thing, like, I know the mayors, like, it's happened before. This isn't anything new. The mayors of teams in championships, whatever, they talk trash. Sometimes they place friendly wagers, things like that. But, like, this was about as corny and lame and whatever word you want to use as it could possibly get. Just everything about it. And then to post it and everything, like, it just, I wanted the Bengals to win this weekend, obviously. I saw that and I was like, God damn it, man.
They ruined it.
I'm rooting for you.
I feel bad. I feel bad for Joe Burrow in these situations. He never talks.
He doesn't.
Actually, yeah, he kind of fucking did when he said the thing about the tickets.
Yeah, but I don't know if
he's
that
not doing it to the extent of everybody else.
I don't know if that was so much directed towards the Chiefs, though, more than like the league as a whole. So I don't know if I
feel like everybody's against them at every point in time when you guys should have just played better. What are your thoughts on the whole ref thing?
Okay.
Could the refs have been better? Yes. But did they ruin the game for the Bengals? No. You had 2 chances to take the ball down the field and score, and you guys didn't do it. And guess what Patrick Mahomes did? Took advantage of everything he could.
The whole on one leg thing, like, this has been a story all season long. This is nothing new. At this point, if you are not prepared for this shit to happen, you deserve to lose. Like, we've talked about from week 1, the officiating this season has been highly suspect. Like, just from, and even if it is a random shitty game in the middle of October or this, like, it's been like this all season. The only thing that they've been consistent about this year is being bad.
Yeah, that has been pretty consistent.
But with the Bengals, though, I understand from that side of it how they can look and pinpoint things that were called the wrong way or they felt like were made up on the fly and being upset about that. But like you said, after the Chiefs had like 5 downs and whatever, like they ended up punting. So it didn't matter.
Yeah, and the play was clearly blown off. You could see the ref running out onto the field.
Right.
The 3rd and 9, Jamar, I saw the tweet, and guess what? You got the ball back, and guess what you
got
guys
the ball
did?
back.
Nothing.
Like,
you didn't do anything.
At some point, we have to stop trying to blame everything on the officiating and look at the things that we did wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow didn't really have all that great of a game. 1 interception, not really his fault, bounced off the hands, got batted, whatever. I'm not going to knock him for that. The other one was ugly. The first one was ugly. Terrible throw.
Many sacks, but that wasn't surprising because that's the story that we've all seen every single year, every single time.
Yep. Again, just like what happened with the Cowboys, we talked so highly of this offensive line, the plug and play thing that they did against the Bills, and then
Chris Jones, heard you say, Burrowhead 1 time, and he got his first career postseason sack. He got many.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I also agree. I didn't know that. I did not know that. And I bet I won so much effing money this weekend.
I'm so jealous.
I won so much money. I was betting with rage and anger. Don't ever do that. No one take that advice. Don't ever do that. But I bet Chris Jones to record a sack and the Chiefs to win. Put $50 on it. That was $150. I bet $50 on Travis Kelce first touchdown scorer. I bet $50 on another thing that was like $500. I was rolling in all of the Bengals tears.
Love it. Especially like for you. That's good. You deserved that.
That was the only good thing that happened. The rest, everything they've done this season, no, not so much. But glad I had that moment.
Well, listen, I'm gonna need California to like get with it because if I have to go through all of next season not being able to bet on football, like I'm gonna get really mad. I'm gonna start to waste a lot of gas driving like 3-4 hours to the border
to get to where you need to be.
to Arizona. Right? Like,
oh man,
like it's not going to be good. Whatever I win is just going to go right back in my gas tank if that's going to be the case. But
yeah, and I was a little reckless, I will say, but
sometimes you have to be. Sometimes you have to be, and it paid off. So whatever.
I just had a feeling, like they can't do it again. They can't do it again. I cannot be this miserable for another week We cannot see Eli Apple tweets for another week.
Has he said anything on Twitter at all? No,
he
right?
He retweeted Mike Hilton's tweet that said, great season, blah, 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 whatever. And that's it. He hasn't said anything.
So, okay.
You can't say anything. There's nothing that you can say.
My thing with this, though, is like, if you are going to run your mouth so much beforehand, at least man up and say, congrats to the Chiefs, got the better of us. See y'all next season or something.
No, he can't do that. You cannot go down like that. He's going to keep fighting. No, he's not gonna quit like that. There's no chance. I saw a tweet that said he needs to at least clap back with saying, at least I'm still rich.
Something like
that would be funny.
It doesn't even have to be. It doesn't even have to be what I said, but like you can't just be silent.
He needs to say something.
You gotta say something.
Still. The worst part about this is that he's a free agent.
Oh.
And you know what's gonna happen to him? No locker room's gonna want him.
Yeah. Well.
You get to one big game and you run your mouth like that, and then you embarrass your team.
All I know is he's definitely not gonna end up in New England because Bill doesn't put up with that shit. So I am safe, which is exciting.
Yeah, his options are pretty limited.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe the Texans will help him out.
Got a new head coach. Maybe he could benefit from that.
Right.
I don't know. But and then switching gears to the first game, we don't really need to talk about this one a lot because they're not a whole lot to talk about. The Eagles are the Eagles, and they beat the living crap out of a team with no quarterback.
Yeah, see, that was an awful, terrible game. You had Christian McCaffrey throwing passes down the field. No one ever wants to see that in a playoff game. Unless it's one trick play, sure, fine. But
exactly.
Not for real. Not a real play.
And I know they had no choice, but when I tweeted out, run the Wildcat with McCaffrey, partially joking.
No.
Did not expect that. And I know the play broke down and whatever, and I don't think that was exactly how it was designed, but I don't think it was far off. No, not what I had in mind, guys.
Oh, man.
And then,
okay, so during that game, there were some questionable tweets being sent from a player on the division rival. I'm sorry, but the Giants are not as good as the 49ers. They're not.
We need to just have this conversation because I think they don't understand the situation that the Niners were in.
They had -4 quarterbacks. You had 1.
You have Daniel Jones. So maybe it's kind of the same, but one is worse than the other.
Right. So I don't know. Maybe just think about that. And then he was talking shit to Micah, and Micah's kind of active on Twitter too. And he was saying, "What country are you?" And he said, "I'm in America training for the Pro Bowl." Yeah, I should have just logged off.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said that. That's kind of I mean, it's the Pro Bowl. I don't know, whatever. But it's a little I don't want to sit here and rag on the Niners because you go
There's
down.
nothing they could do.
Exactly.
There
really
is
nothing
that they
you could have done in that situation. Brock Purdy literally tore his freaking UCL. He's gonna need Tommy John.
Oh, man.
And then Josh Johnson,
he did not stand a chance.
I guarantee you he woke up that morning and said oh yeah, I gotta go to work, but I'm not actually gonna have to do anything. Surprise! Psych!
We're gonna rip you apart too.
My God, it's so bad.
And then having those quarterbacks in the game and then having no quarterback in the game, you're obviously gonna give up more points because your offense is gonna give the ball away in terrible field position. So
well, that brings me to this comment that says 31 points against a team with no quarterback is not impressive. Yeah, the 49ers didn't have a quarterback, but their defense is still very good. Very, very good. Best in the league. Good. So maybe they should have scored a little bit more. I tend to agree with that, but let's not sit here and say 31 points is something to laugh about. The Niners defense is kind of scary.
Yeah, but it's hard to be scary when you have no chance on offense.
Yeah, it's just,
I will say though, I think the entire outcome of the game changed as soon as that Devontae catch was not a catch, but was a catch, and he ran and got the offense going. They should have challenged that immediately.
So I saw a tweet that said the replay team, whoever the hell does like the booth reviews and stuff like that, they had the ability to like stop the game, tell the refs, hey, doesn't look like a catch, we're going to review it, even without a challenge having to be made. So this kind of brings me to
What's
something
their
that
purpose?
isn't the first time we've talked about this. What the fuck is a catch? How come we still have no idea? And how come the people whose job it is to tell us don't even know what the hell they're supposed to be doing? Like, if that wasn't a catch, or if that was a catch, and then the Hunter Henry thing, what? Like, the same thing. They're the same thing. Right, I'm going to need everybody.
I will say it was not a catch. And if they would have said it wasn't a catch, I think that could have changed the outcome of the game. Yeah. Still think the Eagles were going to win.
Yeah.
But I think it could have been a little more competitive. Not to say like his arm going to injure his arm, but you would feel a little bit more comfortable playing when you are still.
That was what? That was on 4th down too, right?
Yeah.
It was like what, 4th and 3, 4th and 6 or something?
Yeah.
So. I don't know. Good on him though to have the awareness.
Oh yeah, he said let's get it moving.
Realize that he didn't catch that damn ball. We gotta go. We gotta get it going. So at least he's got that going.
I said he didn't catch that ball, but good on him for doing that. And an Eagles fan was like, they're like, fuck you, that was a catch. Blah blah. I said, okay, I'm giving him a compliment. At least take the compliment.
Of all the times for somebody to be leaf blowing right now.
Just take the compliment. What are your thoughts on the Bosa interaction?
That whole family just needs to go somewhere.
Right. I think it was funny.
I just can't believe that he
said what he said.
That he walked up to them and even engaged.
No, I 100% believe it. That's how they are. They don't give a fuck. They're going to say what they want to say, and they're going to say it, and they're going to make sure you know.
The whole family is just something else.
They're interesting, yeah.
They're a little interesting.
Else. They'll let you know, though.
I don't know, crazy, but I mean, it's all I can't believe that he did that from the sense that I don't think it was a good idea for him to do that. So I'm shocked that he actually did it. But then you remember all of the things about
they've never done. Yeah. So no, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. I was pretty surprised that it was that mild.
So I would have expected a little bit more. I think the fact that he walked up to them was for me oh my God, what are you doing? Hello, this is going to not end well. Very large, imposing man.
Very large.
Seems like you got a bad temper.
Very large. Short fuse. Very bad temper. Very large man. I will say he's a little more mild than the other one.
Yeah, the other one's a little crazy.
The other one's a little bit crazy.
They're both. But he's got a screw.
A little bit more. A little bit more. Yeah, I don't know. They're wild. I will say though, Philly fans. Let's talk about them for a second. Yeah. Because I don't think they are as cool as they think they are right now. Congrats. No. You're in the Super Bowl, and I know you guys love to hype yourself up on the asshole mentality, but don't throw eggs at people. What the fuck? Why are we throwing eggs at people?
Let's flash back a little bit to when they threw batteries at the Vikings fans and stuff. They're something.
They hit the 49ers girlfriends with eggs. I'd have been pissed.
The girlfriends, I would have freaked out.
Oh, I would have been so fucking mad. They're all in their cute little outfits walking in, and girl gets hit right in the head with an egg.
Oh my God.
Okay. I would have.
Can we not?
I would have lost it. I would have lost my shit. I would have started punching people in the crowd.
I would have cried. I would have been so angry that I would have cried.
You know when you get so mad with anger and you black out?
Oh God,
punches, tears. I'd have been arrested. They would have been arrested. It would have been a scene. I wouldn't have made it to the game.
I don't understand what compels people to think that that's a funny, okay thing to do. You are doing this to a complete fucking stranger who is not bothering you in the slightest, just going to live their life.
Sorry they don't like your team.
What are you doing? Well, okay, so this is from the standpoint from what we talked about earlier, how people don't like this matchup and whatever, where I could see maybe being okay, I kind of get it, because both fan bases in their own right are a lot.
Yeah, every fan base has a lot in some way.
Yeah.
But I feel like the difference with them is like most fan bases are a lot online. They'll say a lot online.
Oh, no,
but
they're a lot all the time.
Philly is a lot everywhere. So best, worst. Okay, the best, worst fan bases by city. What would you say?
If I had to rank top 3 worst in terms
Philly
of
up there.
like annoying, mean shit like that, like take things way too far or whatever, I'd put New York number 1.
Yankees at the top.
Specifically the Yankees. Philly probably
Philly
number 2. I would put Philly number 2. And then
3
might be a little bit of a toss-up because I might say Lakers fans. I might not.
I would go recency bias and go Cincinnati in total because you guys look like clowns all week. I would say Cleveland has Boston. Okay, so I would put my pride.
You say Boston. Relax.
I'll go on a little bit on there. I think that my experience when I went to the game with you in Foxborough, it was awesome. I had a really great time. This is what I'm saying. I feel like people online that are fans are a little different than the people in person.
Yeah.
Now, I think there's a lot of Boston fans online that are assholes. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, God.
Just like crackheads online, ignorant, saying dumb shit all the time. But when I was there, it was a really good time.
There are specific areas of the Boston fan base on Twitter that I strictly try to avoid.
Yeah, they're a little scary. You know, there's some fans across all the sports you guys have are a lot. And I will agree. Cleveland has to be up there. I asked someone and they were like, when I went to a game in Cleveland, they're a Bengals fan. I never wanted to go back. And I said, good. Should be.
I got ran over by a RC car.
That was kind of funny though. That was kind of funny.
Oh man.
No, but good.
There's a lot. I mean, Cowboys fans suck. It's just
but like I feel like Cowboys fans at this point, you can't even say anything about them because they're just so successful.
A lot of it has to do with like who you're a fan of, who you get exposed to the most, shit like that. But,
yeah,
like, I think we all can agree
all the time. So
Yankees and Philly are up there, no matter what.
Yeah, 100%. Every fan base has bad eggs. I agree. Yeah. I 1,000% agree.
Yep.
Like when I was saying about the guy that said never coming back to Cleveland because it was a bad experience, someone replied to him, also a Bengals fan, said, well, at least you can guarantee almost a win every time you're there. And to that, I say, anyone but you can say that because you haven't won in Cleveland in 7 years. Anybody but you guys.
Oh, man.
Anybody but you guys.
I don't know. I'm also like a generational hater. Like I hate everybody. So I'm going to sit here and find a problem with all of your fan bases, regardless. So maybe 100%. Like I'm not the best person to ask this question.
I wouldn't say I'm a generational hater. I would say I'm more of a recency bias hater. I'll shift my hate to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And who's the most annoying at that time and day. So Bengals, that's why they're at the top for me.
Yep, that's them.
Right. Good fan bases. Oh, see, I don't even know if I can name one that I like. I don't like my own fan bases at all. Across the board, all of them. Guardians fans are okay. They don't really do much. They just kind of chill.
I would say Celtics fans. If I had to pick like out of the Boston like teams who has the best fan base, I would probably say Celtics. I feel like they're the least problematic. There's a section that all they do is just post like weird memes and stuff like that. Like they're fun. They're a good time. The Bruins, it can get toxic. Patriots obviously can get really fucking toxic. The Red Sox, sometimes people kind of like shame you if you aren't as, and this is just from my own personal experience. So I'm not trying to like blanket statement this. This is just based on my experience in the fan base. Red Sox, I feel like sometimes people kind of shame others for not being as like nerdy baseball-y.
Yeah, I get that here too a little bit, but
that's how baseball is.
Yeah, so, baseball is like, a bunch of numbers and a bunch of losers that can't let go of the past. No offense.
Like I'm not a baseball like purist or anything. Like I don't sit here and track like whip and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think football brings out the worst in people though.
Yeah, football takes it to a whole new level though.
Yeah, it's a little more violent. a lot more money, a lot more going on. Yeah. I can't name you a fan base. I can't name one fan base that I like though.
No. Maybe
Bills because they give me shit. I know you don't like that one, but they give me some free stuff and they have a fun time when I'm there. So I'll put them in ones that I like, but that's about it.
I think maybe I've experienced some, and I mean, there's not really a whole lot of LA fans because, they're all transplants and whatever, but like the legitimate Chargers fans I've encountered just from going to the games and living out here and stuff, they
seem pretty
they're
chill.
cool. They're cool. They know how to party, tailgate wise and stuff. They are, from my experience around football fans as a whole, I would say they're the least problematic, but the sample size is small. So
compared to the rest, yeah.
Compared to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's that. What else we got? We got coaching news today.
We did.
I got a lot of thoughts about this.
Okay, so the Denver Broncos. We'll start there. Did the Saints say what they're picking?
They took option 1.
Option 1 was.
It was the first round pick, the second round pick for Sean Peyton, and like New Orleans is like 4th or something. So that's a lot to give up for a coach.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Specifically has not won anything in over 10 years.
But the issue for the Broncos is no one else was willing.
That is, like, I can't understand.
They couldn't pay someone the most amount of money to be a coach there.
I don't believe for a second that Peyton was somebody that they had been in talks with the whole time or whatever. Like,
they don't want to look even more stupid than they already are.
I just can't believe that this happened. Like, last year, they gave up King's ransom for Russ. How the hell did that turn out? Now they're doing this for a coach, again, who has not won anything since 2009. If this doesn't work out, we are talking about all-time bad decisions.
They literally gave up picks for a coach who's played by Paul Blart in a Netflix show. Like,
they couldn't even cast him right. You're telling me that he's going to be the answer for your football team?
Oh my God.
And then the drama that we got with Schefter and Rappaport was perfect. It was just the most perfect cherry on top of this entire situation because
couldn't have been any better.
The Broncos wanted DeMeco Ryans. A lot of people wanted DeMeco Ryans. Let's not get that mixed up. The Broncos, he told them the other day, no, the Texans are for me. Like, he basically said, go scratch. And then Rappaport said today that they were in contact with him as late as this afternoon, where he had to tell them again, not interested. I'm committed to the Texans now.
Imagine picking the Texans over the Broncos. Okay. That has to be like a slap in the face to the Broncos.
I don't know. Now looking back, maybe out of the two, maybe Sean Payton is the better choice just from like a legacy standpoint, I guess, whatever. But it doesn't matter. That's so embarrassing. You got denied by 3 different coaches, and one of them picked the dysfunctional Houston Texans over you. Like,
man. That is that's funny. So this brings us to the question, and I'm going to double down from last year. Do the Broncos make the playoffs this upcoming season? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say they're not going to make it. Look at your division. Look at who you have to play. Look at the other teams in the AFC. Sure, your team seems pretty complete, but your quarterback, I don't know if he's going to get there. I don't think he can be as bad as he was last year. That's going to be really hard to do. You have to try hard to be that bad. But I don't see him competing.
If we're talking about like wins above replacement and stuff, I think this maybe adds 2 more wins to the Broncos. Just good coaching alone adds 2 more wins, because if they don't completely restructure everything about themselves. Like, just everything. Russ and the whole, you know, his entire thing. They have to sit him down and be like, bro, please, you're losing the team.
No more talking.
Nobody wants
it's
to
like what Patrick Mahomes did on, like, in the offseason last year.
Yeah. But then you look at the rest of this division.
Do that.
You got the Chiefs, who might be reigning Super Bowl champs by the time next season starts. Hopefully not, but who knows? Chargers got a new offensive coordinator, and I think it's going to go pretty well for them. I think this is good. I would have preferred Sean Payton maybe to go to the Chargers, Staley getting fired and all that jazz. We all know this. But Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator, matched with Herbie, I think has a lot more positive potential than negative.
Yeah. So,
like, I'm in the Raiders. Tom Brady might be a fucking Raider.
He might be on the Raiders. We don't know. We have no idea what's going to happen there.
If I was somebody in the National Football League who had the option to go somewhere, I would avoid the Denver Broncos like the plague. I wouldn't want that.
I don't want to be in the same division as Patrick Mahomes ever.
None of that.
I don't care if it's 10 years from now. I don't want it.
I mean, the money must be good, I guess. Like, I can't think of anything else.
He is he's going to own that division for the rest of his career.
The only thing with this, like, maybe Peyton looks at this Russ situation and says, okay, well, I had Drew Brees for however long. Same height, same size, same whatever. Like, maybe because I've done this for so long, maybe I can fix him.
Maybe. See, I was having this convo. This is like very off topic of what we're saying now, but it's the quarterback height that I had this talk with one of my friends the other day. And I think that it's just not going to work out for anybody under. There's no quarterbacks that are under 6 foot. There's no quarterbacks that are under 6'2" that are performing well. Name one.
Kyler had half of a good season.
So what's Bryce Young going to do?
Well, that opens up a whole nother can of worms. I don't think he's going to be anything.
See, that's what I was saying. Like, I can't name one quarterback that is under like 6'2" that's doing well. How tall Lamar?
Russ is what? 5'10", 5'11", something like that?
No, it's not very tall.
Lamar, I think is actually like
6'2",
6'1", 6'2". I think. This is just off the top of my head. I have no freaking clue.
But everybody's tall. Joe Burrow, he's tall. Patrick Mahomes is tall.
Who's 6'6"? Lot of talk about 6'6" lately. Herbie's 6'6".
Mm-hmm.
Got long hair though.
He is.
Trevor Lawrence,
can't be him.
6'6", got long hair. If either of those two cut their hair, we would know about it.
Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, Jeffree Star is trotting around his new boyfriend on Twitter. I guarantee this man's not even in the NFL.
There's no fucking way.
And I think
Jeffree Star knows exactly what he's doing, and he is doing it so well. He just had this resurgence.
He's not a dummy.
No. Oh my God, no. He just stopped doing makeup reviews for 2 months, came back because Michaela did the fake eyelash, whatever thing.
Yeah, whatever.
And now that people are talking about him again, I think he said,
boyfriend.
What can I do to make people talk about me more?
The Super Bowl's
NFL
about to
boyfriend.
happen. People are going away for the off season. Let me just make this about myself. And one of the replies was Wyatt Teller. That was killing me.
I saw that one.
And likes. I was like, he's a little too large for that jacket, so it's not going to be him.
I saw somebody say Tom Brady, and I've never gotten more defensive in my entire life.
The hair's too light.
I said, first of all, he's 6'4". Second of all, he's got darker hair. Third of all, head shape, not the same, because I know what Tom Brady's head shape is.
Yeah, it's not Brady. I wouldn't be surprised if this man wasn't in the NFL and those two are just like posting. He's probably like just some super tall man, just a fitness man, and they're just posting it.
So here's kind of my devil's advocate thing. Like, I don't like Jeffree Star. I'm not going to sit here and defend anything he does because I think he's not a great person.
Right. He does a lot of bad
A lot of iffy stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's that terrible to where he's going to like out somebody.
Well, this person's so in on it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Like he wouldn't let them just take the photos like that and post that stuff.
And Jeffree Star's talked about before how like
Yeah.
he's been involved with athletes.
Yeah, he keeps it under wrap. He doesn't tell anybody.
But he has never exposed anybody. He said he never would either, no matter how much money he got offered or whatever. Like, he never would. And
I believe him.
I respect that. Yeah, I believe that. Which makes me believe that this is not a real NFL player, because as far as we know, the only current player who is out as a gay man is Nassib, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like engaged to somebody.
I don't know.
Dating somebody, whatever. So like, I think this is just a stunt.
I agree. I think it is too. But he was causing some ruckus though. He had the wives DMing him.
That's of all the things that you could have done in this situation, that's probably the worst. Don't give him any ammo.
Hypothetically, if I ever were to get married, which would never happen in my life, but let's just say I was married, I had a husband that played in the NFL that fit the description of that man, I would be laughing. I think it would be funny. I wouldn't be DMing Jeffree Star telling him to stop it, because what he did didn't involve that woman.
No, and it's probably so
Eli Apple now.
It's probably so hard because she's definitely getting tagged in this stuff and sent this stuff left and right. But like, just ignore, babe. Just ignore. That's the only thing that's gonna help you here.
Like, you had no reason to say that to him, because no one was actually believing it. Like, we're all just in on it,
Like, I did some extensive research on this yesterday, and I'm not really proud of it, but I will admit that I went through the entire catalog of National Football League players. Took me like 2.5 to 3 hours by position, height, all of the above, and whittled it down based on weight, race, because it's obviously a white guy.
Obviously,
very position,
white man thinking, with light hair.
Like, if it was,
he's looking like a tight end, like a little skinny. Have we said Harrison Bryant?
Okay, so I saw that name get floated around. I saw Cole Kmet.
Okay, that makes sense. So they're getting the tight end vibe too. Got it.
My initial reaction, because it's definitely not a quarterback, too skinny. Mm-hmm. My initial reaction was Gabb Bree. And I did a little digging. And I just don't know if Gabb Bree is an orange and brown guy. He looks a little too thick.
You know who has that same jacket? Jalen Reagor. Definitely not him, though.
Definitely not him.
Definitely not him. He has the jacket. He has that same jacket.
Yeah. Like I said, I am ashamed that I actually did all that research yesterday, because again, I think that this is total bullshit, clickbait stuff, like, just to drive engagement. But I did some digging, yeah, and I got no answers. So
yeah, I got none too. But Harrison Bryant would be my answer. I would submit.
All I know is nobody is as good at social media than Jeffree Star. And you may not like him, but you have to respect the hustle. Like, he is good at what he does. I don't know if this is necessarily the right way to go about that, but it's doing its job. We're sitting here talking about it, and that's exactly what he wants.
And it's not even like he took that photo, like a slide photo, like that person didn't know. It's a whole video. It's also a whole video on TikTok.
That's not getting talked about. The massive gun that's on the counter.
Oh, yeah. I was like, well, where are they? Wyoming?
Wyoming? But like, that's not like a hunting gun. That's like rob a bank. What the hell is he doing?
He's got what does he have? A yak? He has a yak farm? A yak farm?
Something like
yak
that.
farm. Do you have to respect the hustle, though? We don't have to.
You don't have to, but like...
But it's there. It's there.
Yeah. It's hard to ignore.
Yeah, Crazy. It really is. Okay, back to football. I have a question for you.
Okay.
What would the Chiefs need to do in order for you to say that they have a dynasty?
3 and 5.
Okay.
You need to win 3 Super Bowls in 5 years to be considered a dynasty. And I think a lot of people can agree with that. Like, there's no doubting that they have been consistently very, very good. I just can't sit here and call you a dynasty when you've only won 1 Super Bowl. And that was...
I agree.
What, 2019?
I agree.
Like,
maybe... No, if they win this one, I can see people saying it. Like, I wouldn't argue with them. I'd be like, yeah, okay, the Chiefs are pretty fucking dominant. They're really good. They've been good this whole entire time.
I would say win this one, repeat next year, tie the early Pats thing so that argument about Brady and the age and stuff can be evened out. And I don't want this to happen, so don't twist any words, anybody. I'm just saying, like, if we were going to call the Chiefs a dynasty, this is what would have to happen. That, I think, is the only way that we can have that conversation right now. Who knows? Maybe they do a 10-year gap between and they do part 2 like the Pats did. Like, maybe it's going to be a similar thing. Maybe it's not. Who knows? But like, I think 3 is a good number for that.
Yeah, I will say though, they're pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean,
is anyone really doubting them? I don't think I never doubted them at all. I said they were going to kick ass. I don't think you doubted them. You didn't doubt them. I said something crazy at the start of the season, though. I said that they wouldn't. I said they wouldn't win the division, but that's just because I was so high on the Chargers, and that's not like an irrational take to say by any means.
Yeah,
what the Chargers were doing, but man, I will say I'm a Patrick Mahomes stan, but I think I have a spiritual connection with Patrick Mahomes because we have the same birthday. It's literally why. That's literally, we were born the same month, day, and year. So
maybe it's like a twin, like
maybe Patrick. Maybe it is. I don't know, but
oh, my phone. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's as far as I got though when I was talking crazy about the Chiefs.
I mean, like you never said that they were going to be terrible. You didn't say that they were going to have it. Because there were so many people on the internet saying they're going to be so bad without Tyreek Hill. They're going to crumble. They're not going to be able to win games. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? What have you watched?
Think the only thing I said about that was like, now it's going to put more of a focus on Kelsey, which I think it did.
Yeah, it definitely has because he was going off.
It had kind of an adverse effect. I thought it was gonna like diminish him a little bit
because it went the other way completely.
I mean, like I can openly admit I'm a hater.
Right.
Like I'll call it how I see it, and I will be 100% biased about it. But like I can also admit that I was wrong, and I was wrong about this. Kelsey, while I do think he's more of a receiver than a tight end, he is good. Whatever you want.
He puts up numbers. Yeah, he just puts the numbers up.
He does the thing. So,
do you have any? See, this is good. Do you have any famous athletes born same day as you?
Grayson Allen.
Oh shit! I have me,
not great.
Patrick Mahomes, and Jose Ramirez. What a trio!
Soon
to be 3 MVPs. Myself, just because I want to claim that. Patrick Mahomes and Jose Ramirez, your future AL MVP. Book it now.
Let me take a look because I know for a fact Grayson Allen is not the only one, and I can't live with him being the only one. I can't.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Bubba Wallace.
Oh yeah.
NASCAR driver. That's pretty cool. Trying to think who else. A lot of Italian soccer players. Checks out. Yeah. Nobody really great. Oh, Monty Williams.
Oh, that's good.
We have the same birthday. But like also like Bruno Mars, Matt Damon, stuff like that.
Oh, see, that's even better. I don't have any like celebs. I'm
good on the actor, entertainer side of things.
I have my favorite quarterback and my favorite baseball player.
Yep. Yeah. There's also Nick Cannon.
Oh shoot! Don't let him find that out.
Bella Thorne. This is kind of problematic.
All of these chaos.
People. Yeah. G Herbo, the rapper. Cool.
That's a good one too.
R.L. Stein, the author.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Sigourney Weaver. I think I actually did know that.
Yeah, I don't think I have any like other like celebrities.
Oh, okay. Speaking of chaotic, Chevy Chase. This is bad. Like I promise you I'm not as toxic as all of these people.
Yeah, I'm looking and I know none of these people, so I'm just gonna not even. read them out loud. The fact that Jose Ramirez isn't even mentioned on the list, F you, famous birthdays. Okay.
What else?
Yeah.
What else we got?
I went to dinner last night. That was
how's that? Talk about your
guys,
experience.
I say this every week. In Cleveland, Ohio, you can do anything that you want to do, and you run into literally anyone, anywhere, at any time. It's crazy.
I didn't believe you until like I became friends with you.
And I'm like so serious. You just do a random thing on a random night, and someone's there. So I went to dinner. I went to dinner with my friend because I won. Again, I won so much money this weekend. I'm like, let's go to this like bougie steakhouse downtown. They barely ever have reservations. They had one at 8:45 last night. So we went and we're sitting there having a nice dinner. And the whole entire Miami Heat team comes in and sits right beside us. It was crazy. They were very nice. They were very, very nice. They were very talkative. 10 out of 10 guys all around.
Who was there? Was Hero there? Did you say,
he was not there.
On your baby
he was
mama?
not there. He was not there. Oladipo was there. Duncan Robinson. What's the other white guy that shoots threes? What's his name?
Strus, Max Strus.
Yes, he was there. A couple other guys, don't know who they were. They were there.
Very cool.
Jimmy Butler.
Classic.
No extensions.
Thank God. I'm glad
no extensions.
Glad he got rid of those things.
Yeah. And now they're beating my basketball team, so that's not cool.
Sometimes that's how it goes, you know?
Right.
That's it. I have a little bit of story time for the weekend, and then we can sign off for the week. It's not sports related though, so if that's why you watch, feel free to go about the rest of your evening. I went to Harry Styles on Sunday night. It got rescheduled because he got the flu or something. It was originally supposed to be a November concert. He got the flu. And of course, the date that the show I had tickets for got rescheduled to just so happened to be conference championship games.
Right.
Too, because why wouldn't that happen? So I leave my apartment at halftime of the Bengals Chiefs game, drive down to Inglewood he was playing at the Forum. So drive down there, and we are sitting in my friend's car watching the second half on my phone. Not even thinking that rain was in the forecast because I saw that like we were supposed to, like I said, we've been getting just the most rain in California history. It's insane. So as soon as the game ends, we get out of the car and we're going to go walk in, take our cute little pics and stuff like that. And I shit you not, as soon as the last photo got taken, downpour. Like,
at least you got the photos.
Like but they weren't great. I needed to like do some tweaking of like posing and situational stuff and whatever. Like if I could have gotten at least 5 more minutes, I would have been fine. So like when I tell you it was like somebody just dumped buckets of water, it wasn't just like a steady increasing amount of rain. It was like no rain one second, fucking monsoon the next. Drenched, hair curled up nice, soaked like a wet rat. My jumpsuit, like I just got out of the shower. It was ridiculous. I had a feather boa on.
That thing was done.
It was soaked, falling out all over the place. And then we had to wait in line to get our bag scanned, ticket scanned and everything. And they were letting too many people go at once. So we all had to they had to hold us so people could get their shit scanned and go in. And the tent that
you were probably screaming and freaking out.
All the girls were like dancing in the rain, loving it. And I'm sitting there like,
absolutely
are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Like, are you kidding?
Nope. Not going to happen.
So we get through the metal detector and we get in line to get our things scanned. And the woman looks at me and she goes, "Oh, this is a barcode only line." I'm fed up already. I had just like the touch thing.
Yeah, the like Bluetooth thing.
I said, nobody told me that. I was like, "Can you please just scan my ticket?" Nobody told me that. And the line that we were supposed to be in was like 20 people deep. I was ready to freak out. I was ready to go full Karen. I was like, I can't do this right now. So whatever, we get inside, we laugh at the situation once we're finally in and everything. Then we get up to our seats and we are sitting right next to like a lighting bay where they do like the spotlights and stuff. So that was interesting because part of my view was blocked by the corner of like the cage. So that was fun. And then my phone breaks. I don't know what the fuck happened, but it like froze and I couldn't.
Oh no!
I couldn't do anything with it. I couldn't unlock it. I tried to turn it off, and that obviously didn't work. And it started making the emergency siren noise, like when you call 911 on the emergency button. So I called 911, I guess. I don't know. Whatever, go through the concert, got no videos and stuff, obviously, because my phone wasn't working. But it was great. It was fun. Harry Styles is the best. Love it.
Yeah,
Had so much
fun.
Great
concert. A really great concert.
So fun. And after that, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I have to drive home. I was not drinking because I am doing dry January / dry February to prepare for a vacation in March. So I want to slim down a little bit. So I'm doing no alcohol. And I thought about it for a hot second because I was soaking wet and I was like, fuck it, I want a margarita or something. But I said, no, stay strong. But then I get in my car and I'm thinking to myself, I'm in the middle of Inglewood. I know how to get home, but I don't know how to get from here to the route that I know. So I'm just driving around. I take a wrong turn. I go deep into Inglewood, probably 15 minutes out of the way. Pouring rain, don't have a working phone, have no clue where I am. So at that point, I'm like starting to cry. I'm like, I just want to go home. I get home and there's a massive, like souped up Jeep Wrangler parking right in front of our driveway. So I couldn't get in.
Oh, Jesus.
And at that point, I just screamed. I laid on the horn and I just screamed. Hopped the curb, went over the neighbor's lawn, and got in my driveway.
Parked.
Got home. Rob and his friend, our neighbor, were sitting down watching Lost because I got him into watching Lost. Now that's all that we do. And they go, hey, how was the show? I slammed the door. I said, it fucking sucked. I walked in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
I felt so bad. I woke up the next morning and I was like, oh no. But
yeah, I would have had a meltdown too. 100% I would have had a meltdown.
It wasn't good. But the concert was great. So
the concert, Harry Styles is always good.
So that's my story for the weekend. That was
man.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one more thing before we go. It's
okay.
one more little Eli Apple bit. Just one more.
God.
It's just one more. What do you think his first post will be?
It's gotta be something from Cancun. He has to turn the joke on himself.
That's what I'm saying. He needs to fucking post a photo of him on a fucking beach.
Yeah.
With a margarita in his hand. Maybe even
make the caption. Just make the caption Cancun on 3. That's it. You're absolved.
And people will love it. And people will laugh and have a good time with it. But I don't think he has the fucking shame to do it. Have some.
Ugh.
We'll see. We'll run the idea by.
You should. This vacation I'm going on, we're going to Mexico again, like last year. It's not Cancun, but I think I'm gonna make that a caption.
Cancun on 3.
Cancun on 3. Or PV on 3, whatever. A little
tag him. He'll see it.
Little joke. Yeah, I should.
If you tag him, he'll see it. He sees it all.
Should. Okay, I'll put that in my notes. So a little reminder. Eli Apple, what a guy. That's all we got though. Next week we are going to take a little bit of a deeper dive into the Super Bowl itself, the matchup, and
we'll tell you who we think's gonna win. We'll tell you what we think's gonna happen.
Yeah. And everything leading up to the Super Bowl, because Radio Row's next week and a lot of stuff happens. A lot of people talk.
They say a lot of things that they probably shouldn't say, and I can't wait to hear it.
Say a lot of things, so we shall see. But with that being said, everybody enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy a weekend of no football. Maybe go outside. There's
outside
an idea.
Is nice, unless you're living somewhere like Cleveland where it's 19 degrees currently. Stay in.
Okay, well, maybe stay inside. Yeah, and with that being said, we will see you guys same time, same place next Tuesday.
We'll see you on Tuesday.